Welcome back to West. Welcome back to West Sound TV presents High School Basketball 2013. This is January 28th, and we are up at North Kitsap High School with the Battle of the Buccaneers and the Vikings. We just need some ships here to make this happen. I am Kitty Campagna on this mic. I have Doc Parr running the camera, and on the other microphone tonight, we are pleased to have Dave Ziesmer. Dave, what do you think about that first half? The score is 43-16 in favor of the guests.
Well, Kingston, once they got the ball, they got into a shooting rhythm, and they were really comfortable shooting from the outside. And if you're hot, you're hot.
And a nice pass down to Connor Wall, doesn't quite make it in, but good start to begin with for these Kingston Buccaneers.
Nice high post pass to number 44.
Immediately Lemon takes it in and has it. Well, I guess it must somehow went off of him out of bounds. Looks like KT Deem may have a shadow with him for the rest of this game. Jacob Hill on him. He takes the long shot and it is way off. That's going to go off of Lemon and it's going to remain with the Buccaneers. Some of the same starters as that first half. Hans Schipper, number 35, 44, Kyle Hamill. 14, KT Deem with the ball now. Number 4, Connor Wall. And our fifth one is junior Bo Rabideau, number 5, who gets it inside to Hamill for 2.
Nice little bounce pass. He caught it right where he needed to catch the ball, and he was in a position to shoot.
Jacob Hill looking for an opening, not seeing anything with that tough Kingston defense.
One thing I see right now is with North is there's just no movement without the ball. They're just kind of standing around.
Nothing's happening in the middle, is it?
No.
And that one is good.
That was a nice high arcing shot.
Deem trying to check out what's happening in the middle for himself. Rabideau with a little bit of a carry on that one. Great call. I absolutely love when they catch those.
There's also another term for that carry is a delay in the dribble. You kind of stop your dribble, hold it, and there's a couple terms that we call that.
I still like the large that you were talking about. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, what do you want, coach? Offensive defense. So we call that a blarge.
Lemon with the pass to Hill. He's going to go ahead and take it down the middle, but he's going to have the offensive foul, and that will not count. Deem taking one for the team. Coach Chisholm trying to argue it, but not winning his battle.
You can see that one coming from here. Once you took the drive to the hoop, the defender was just standing there. So that's easy defense, easy pickings.
Deem finds his fellow teammate. Oh, nice passing, good and crisp. Hamill not able, oh, he gets it down on the second one. So the old Moses Malone, get your own rebound, get a rebounding stat, and then put it in. Lemon with a nice drive, really nice drive, uses the glass, comes off hard. Rebound to Bo Rabideau. That's one thing I've noticed with him, he has immense strength. And Mr. Wall with the shooting form.
I think he's got the green light to shoot anytime he wants to. And if I were the coach, I'd let him too.
Ethan Gravener with it, gets it over to Riley Lindsay, and that's Kendall Gill. Jared Felix puts it up, rebound off to Rabideau.
Great defense by Kyle Hamill. He's got these long arms and he can change the direction of the shot every time when they drive on him.
Well, and as you pointed out, he does the straight up, which keeps you from calling all the fouls. That time the foul's going to be an over the back on the Kingston player.
One thing I watch with Kyle Hamill is how focused he is on the court. He's looking, he's studying. I mean, he's just so focused right now.
several seniors out there. You have Wall and Deem and Hamill and Shippers. So although Coach Conley says it's a team that didn't have a lot of experience because they weren't his starters, they are the ones who have some maturity, having played so much basketball.
Leadership is so important when you play in high school sports. Someone's going to take over.
That's Riley Lindsay in the middle, and the foul's going to go on Hans Shippers.
He knew it. He got beat underneath. One thing I've noticed about Kyle Hamill, he's always talking to his players. And that's a sign of good leadership. Always talking.
First one down. I think number 5 out there is Tyler Trainer for the North Kitsap Vikings. Second one, yeah, gets the shooter's bounce. And substitution coming in. Adam Lemon back into the game.
North still is trying to find some rhythm, trying to find out what works, and it's almost kind of too late right now.
Well, they have 8 points in this quarter, which is more than they've had in a long time. So Deem making his own shot.
He's got a really nice, smooth release. He's just very smooth. He stops, goes up for a little set shot.
Well, he's been their point guard since sophomore year, and it is obvious. He didn't start out that year as it, but Coach Conley needed him, and he has really learned how to run the show. Nice move by Lemon in the middle. Number 44 puts it up against number 44, and not only gets the 2, he gets the foul on Hamill.
And when he got the foul called on him, he knew it. He just kind of nodded, say, yes, it was my fault.
And we know this Lemon name up here at North Kitsap because his sister Molly, this freshman, has had some outstanding games for the girls. Perfect shot on the free throw as well. Positives you have to take from this game. As I said, since Lemon had 3 fouls early, he's not had a chance to be much of a force.
Right now, Kingston is so patient. They're going to work the whole shot clock right now. Just dribble drive.
Work last time, why not? KT Deem for 2 more.
And what he does is he actually goes to his left better than his right, and it's a great little jump shot. It's hard to stop and hard to defend.
Urquhart with the drive, good spin move, and down for 2. Quickly ahead, another thing this Kingston team does. They don't use up much time getting over half court. English with it. The long distance 3. Rebound to Riley Lindsay. Looks ahead to Urquhart.
One thing North is doing right now when they're rebounding, they're just taking their time to get up the court. They're not looking for a quick pass. They're just trying to keep it at a slow pace, and that's not what works for them.
And that one doesn't even find rim. So at the 2:42 mark in the third quarter, Buccaneers in the lead, 54-25.
That really wasn't a high percentage shot, shooting for about 28 feet out. That has no chance of going in.
Now, did you see what happened on the whistle? Was there a foul underneath?
I have no idea what's going on right now.
The shot clock once again at 35. That can't be right. No. Oh, there it is. Down to 33.
I think that must have been the issue, was the shot clock wasn't right.
Deem takes it the distance. Nice try to save that. English sends it back in, but a little too much English on the ball from him. Number 15, Nathan Carlton into the game at just a junior. He's shown some good minutes out there tonight. Oh, what a catch by Kendall Gill.
That's some nice hands. He caught that ball over the head of the defender, and it just went right up. Great hands.
And we're going to get a travel on Urquhart.
Sometimes on that call, when he turns around and defends his error, what we have is called time and distance, but the time and distance came away when he took 3 steps before he dribbled, so the travel came first.
So no foul on anyone. Deem hits the floor, but that one's not going to go down. Gill brings it up to Urquhart. Lemon going to take it up the middle. And he is sandwiched by Buccaneers. They'll choose number 4 to give the foul to. That one's going to be Connor Wall.
One thing I see was North starts to drive down the middle is I think what would help them if they get some backdoor cutters, because the lane underneath is wide open, and there's a lot of lanes that are open tonight for North.
I'm seeing outside shooters ready for the ball, but not so much on the other lanes. I agree with that. KT Dean gonna take a seat. Nice hand from the people here from Kingston. Wee Chiquiti into the game. That foul shot goes down exactly halfway. 54 to, well, not anymore. Now it's 54 to 28. It's going to be a foul on the push up against the baseline. That'll go on Kendall Gill.
One thing Kingston's doing right now is they're actually keeping up the pace. Quick passes up court. That pass, it took 3 seconds to get up the court, and they were already down to 28-foot line, ready to get in their offense.
Well, when I was running camera, I knew I had to be up court with Kingston. And you are correct, it's a different pace coming from North Kitsap tonight.
Different energy for Kingston and North right now. Kingston's got the energy.
North Kitsap has the band and the cheerleaders and quite a few fans, but that's not there. It's silent in here. English with the shot. Going to get a push underneath, and that is only the second. That can't be correct. Oh, that is correct. That is the 15th foul on Kingston. I was reading them backwards because I thought they were home because they were so comfortable.
That can be confusing as a ref. You have to think about it a little bit.
You do. Another foul we
got a hold.
And that's number 4. That's Connor Wall. He's racking up some fouls here with 1:15 left in the third quarter. Just at the moment, it's like one of these teams really wants to do playoffs, and I'm not so sure about the other. Nice move to the middle. Good rebound by Hamill. Up ahead to Wall. Thinks about taking it. Gets it into Carlton. Carlton with some nice moves.
How to run the break correctly. Up court pass, and it was run done.
Urquhart wants the foul.
That's a good no call. Both persons came together at the same time, and you got a no call on that.
Chiquiti with the long shot that goes off. And Hamels is going to get to take a seat. And we see Mitch Sagdahl, I believe. Mitch, a junior. Coach Conley, an opportunity to try some new faces out there, see how that chemistry goes. And at the same time, he's over there talking to the guys who are playing, even though they have this huge lead. English loses control, and it's going to go back to North Kitsap.
That's a sign of a good coach. He's always coaching his kids. Towards the end of the game, even if there's a minute to go, I've seen him coach and instruct.
Push from behind by Carlton. That'll be the 7th team foul. That's going to put it into 1-1 here just in the third quarter. Possibly the one thing Coach Conley might not like that's happened in this game, but sometimes I think when you see those fouls, you know that your boys are playing hard.
It wasn't a high percentage pass. That ball was in there a long time, and when it came down, the push, and experience counts on that. You know when the bad pass is coming.
Lemon, 2 for 2. He's been very solid from the line this evening. Quickly up ahead again. Chiquiti with it. Chiquiti, a junior. 3 seconds left. He's got to take it all the way. And it's good, plus he'll get a free throw. That is junior Michael Urquhart giving them just a little bit of a spark. The teams will take a break, go sit down. Urquhart, hopefully at Central Kitsap, the band started up when they had this situation one day, and it's like, no! So maybe he should get to play this, do this in silence. See, the cheerleaders are trying to do something.
I like Urquhart's energy as far as how he played some defense on. He actually stole the ball from behind and tipped it out way in front of him to get control of the ball. And when that happens, you beat the defender down court. A defender just must let him lay in because he's going to get beat.
So at the end of 3, that's where you're going to get rid of me. The guest is ahead 54-33. And I am Kitty Campagna. We have Dave Ziesmer on the other mic, Doc on the camera. Doc's going to come on over. And Dave, if you have a few stats maybe you can give to us while we do that switch.
Connor Wall, we've got leading scorer with 12. Great shooting by him from the outside. Actually, KT Dean, we have with 13 points. And these were all unofficial stats. Henry English with 7. Alan Schiffer with 7. And Kyle Hamill with 9. Balanced scoring by Kingston. I think that's their strength right now. North Kitsap leading scorer is Michael Urquhart with 6, and Adam Lemon, who came in off the bench and provided a spark for them.
All right, Dave, thank you for those stats, and thank your wife for keeping them for us. I'm the doctor, Doc Parr with West Sound TV. Dave Ziesmer on the other microphone, and Kitty Campagna, our producer, and now camera person. We're ready to begin the 4th period, and Kingston 54, the Vikings 33, but they got the leather and the one positive for North Kitsap. They're in the bonus.
Yes, I thought North came out with a little more energy. Some leadership came. Nice.
That was a pretty good effort there, both on the block and the move inside. Hamill with the block.
Kyle Hamlin, number 44, plays a great inside interior defense. He knows where the ball is, where it's coming, and he's just a very smart defensive ball player.
North will get the inbound, and that's Michael Urquhart. He'll take the 3 and count that one.
He's came in and provided a spark for North in that 3rd quarter, and he's continuing that right now in the 4th quarter.
Connor Wall tries to get it inside, and they're going to blow the whistle, and I think that'll go against Urquhart.
That's an okay foul. Let him foul like that because that's a smart foul. It doesn't cause any damage.
They're going to tag it to Riley Lindsay. Kingston with the inbound, outside that 3-pointer. Oh boy, Connor Wall and KT Dean. Connor with that 3, 57-36, back to a 21-point lead. Connor listed at 5'8", KT at 5'9", but those guys are not afraid to go into that big timber.
When Adam Lemon drove the lane to his left, it's really hard to play defense. He beat the defender around the corner, and most of the time, you're just going to foul the player. It's human instinct. There's always going to be a foul.
And up to the free throw line, Kendall Gill.
It was Kendall Gill that drove the lane, not number 44.
One more foul that Kingston commits puts North into the double bonus. Second one's good for Kendall. Quickly up the other direction. And there's that walk. It was a good idea, but didn't get rid of it quite quick enough.
Yeah, he gathered to his hands too quickly, and it was pretty much, it was going to be a travel.
Quick shot by North Kitsap's Jacob Hill. Fight for the board. They're going to whistle a foul, and that's number 10 on Kingston. So going up to the free throw line, it will be Adam Lemon for 2.
Everybody's wondering why the foul occurred. Well, it was a great clean check up on top, but as referees, we also look at the body underneath, and that's what they call was a push. So it's a good call by Daryl Derringer.
And that's one of those things that's, for the casual observer, kind of hard to see. You're always looking at the hands, which is where the ball usually is. But those body fouls, you watch the pros, they do most of their work from the hip down.
That's where their strength is.
38-57. Kingston still with a pretty comfortable lead, but they do have 10 team fouls.
One thing I noticed is Kingston going through their offense right now. This is really important to learn this offense.
And a shove inside. So we're going to walk up to the other end of the court, and this is the best news there is for the Vikings, down by quite a bit, 19 points, to be able to put some points on the board without the clock moving.
One thing about North Kitsap start of the fourth quarter is they're hitting their foul shots.
Ooh, and that one goes down for Riley Lindsay.
Han Chipper going out of the ball game. Number 3 on the foul on him. When you get beat out on box out, do not try to go through the player to get the rebound, because almost 100% of the time you're going to get a foul.
And Hamill with the board for the Buccaneers sends it over to KT.
Right now Kingston look for a backdoor cut.
And they'll put up the long one. The one-hander won't go down for Hamill, and coming away with it is Lindsay.
I like how he plays. He's settled, focused. Kyle Hamill caused the miss on that, put the hand straight up, and he changed the shot.
KT to Connor, back to KT Deem. Screen set by Nathan Carlton, and time out.
We have a full timeout by Kingston.
Yeah, coach must have seen something he wanted to change. 6:03 left to go in the game, and a 57-39 lead for the Kingston Buccaneers. And I heard Kitty mention it earlier. Watching them play tonight, it's hard to believe that their record is slightly over 500. They're looking really good so far tonight.
I think Kingston's had a tougher schedule in the first part of the year. I think their non-league was a little tougher. And when that happens, you can actually play much harder teams to get better. And right now, as I told Kitty, watch out for Kingston towards the end of the year, and when they make the playoffs, they should make the playoffs. They play well together as a team.
And again, these two teams are going to mix it up in about 4 more days as they swap it around, and they will go up to Kingston. And the Vikings will have to take them on up at the home of the Buccaneers. Oh, nice drive by KT.
Kingston kind of played a clear out for him. They were just pick and roll, and they just let him drive. I think that was a design play.
Yeah, they're going to call it a shooting foul and send KT up to the free throw line. Second one is good.
KT Deem has 15 points right now. Balance scoring by Kingston.
Ooh, nice drive that time by Michael Urquhart.
He's played an exceptional second half. He is a really smooth ball player.
Oh, great move by Henry English. Got Kendall Gill stuck in his sneakers on that one.
Yeah. That was a great little pull-up jumper by Kendall Gill.
Shots out for Hill, and it's going to go to Kingston.
Good hustle foul by number 44. That's okay, because it's only 3 team fouls for North.
They got plenty to give at this point. Deem sees a lane, count it, and opportunity, a 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
Great crossover dribble by Katie Deem. He's going to his left, and then a crossover dribble to his right, and he was in there, and he beat all the defenders.
And Coach Chisholm calling the timeout. Coach Chisholm is assisted by Sean Olmstead and Bill Hoba. We saw Bill playing in that East-West alumni game here a month or so ago. And Chris Franklin, the AD up here. Of course, Blake Conley, coach for Kingston, assisted by Daniel Waldron, Dave Cox, and Rachel Davenport, the AD up at Kingston High School. Well, I'm glad we got to do this game. I always like a cross-district rivalry game. The Battle of Buckland Hill always used to be a big one with CK versus Olympic. Both teams in different divisions now, so they don't get to play quite as often.
We have a lot more little rivalries around the area, and that's a lot of fun for the high schools to do this.
Well, like I said, Monday night, we've got the band, we've got at least a three-quarter full gymnasium and some raucous fans tonight, which is always good to see.
Well, North is kind of quieted down right now. They're just kind of standing up, enjoying the atmosphere.
KT Deem up to the free throw line for the Buccaneers. And it's a three-point play. 63-41 now for the Kingston Buccaneers in the lead. Oh, got that three. Boy, oh boy, Michael Urquhart is keeping North in this game.
I think he's earned some playing time because he's pretty much taken over the game for North in the third and fourth quarter.
English's shots off. Board goes to Jacob Hill. And that shot off, but a nice board by Adam Lemon. He'll get fouled and go up to the free throw line for two.
Urquhart wants the ball. He feels it right now. He gets the ball and he's looking, and that's okay.
Well, Michael's only a junior too, which is always nice. This is actually a fairly young team. You've got a couple of three sophomores and some juniors on it. Riley Lindsay, Jacob Hill, Carson Roberts, Kendall Gill, the seniors out there for Coach Chisholm.
A little more energy from North Kitsap this second half. I think they've scored about 30 points in the second half, so they've got some rhythm now.
And the outside three, good for 6'5", Hans Shippers.
He's a lefty, and when he shoots the ball, he's got some rotation on the ball.
There we go. KT Deem had a great steal, couldn't complete it, and down court for the layup is Adam Lemon.
Nice down court pass. A little cherry picking right there. That's okay.
KT could be a free safety with that kind of eyes.
That was.
Shipper is blocked, but they're going to say foul against Riley Lindsay.
Yeah, there was no chance he was going to make that shot. One guy got him from the side, and one got him from behind on the arm. He felt that one.
Hey, you know, Dave, one thing I've seen primarily in the college game this year has been a real emphasis, it seems, on calling the flagrant. And I'm not sure that I necessarily agree with all of the flagrants, because the old adage was you don't let them make the layup, but you don't want to hurt them, so you grab them or something like that, and they're calling those flagrants now.
Well, it's the intent of the rule is what they call. Was he really going for the ball? Was he going for the block shot? And that's really important for safety purposes. The key word is intent.
Oh, another big three for number three, Riley Lindsay. 3:33 left to go in the game. Connor Wall will take the outside shot. Lemon with the board, or actually that's Urquhart. Kendall Gill with the board for the Vikings.
Another thing we're looking at now is the elbows, the swinging of the elbows when you get a rebound. They're really looking at that for safety. College especially.
Now that one I can definitely see, having been the shorter guy who's taken a few elbows down inside the paint.
Oh, those are painful.
Yes, they are. Well, we got a timeout here. 3:04 left to go in the game, and North Kitsap trying to make a run at 67-53. Got it down to 14 points.
One thing North is playing really well in the second half. They might not be able to catch up, but when they play them next week, they're going to remember how they caught up. They got in their rhythm and what they did to make it work. And they're going to remember this, and this is huge right now.
Well, that first half certainly a slow one for North. And like you said, they really seem to have found something here in the second half, and it might be number 32, Michael Urquhart.
Yeah, Urquhart right now has 12 points, and Adam Lemon has 13, but Urquhart has actually 15 points. He's got 13 points in the second half.
3:04 left to go in the game.
With a few more stops, if North Kitsap can get a few more stops, try to get the under 10 points, and that would be huge. You might not win it, of course, but if you can get it under 10, the experience is going to count.
And with that next game coming up in just a few days, they're going to remember it. Whistle down in backcourt here, and
that's only the 4th team foul on North.
they still got, well, I got to put 5 up there, but they still got 1 to give before being in the penalty. And now a little full court pressure by the Vikings. Into Connor, and guarding him is Jacob Hill. They try to trap him. He gets it to KT Deem, and there's the foul. So there goes the 1 to give.
Well, they are going to try to foul. They're going to. What you try to do is find the worst foul shooter on the court. And so far they've got, actually Kingston has 2 guards in right now with great ball handlers.
I would not be fouling KT Dean.
Don't be fouling him.
And now they're going to send him up to the line for the 1 and 1. I don't know why.
We never go by the board in the clock.
Okay.
The scorebook is always official. They have 6 on the board.
So apparently it's 7.
Yeah, we're going 1-1.
Yeah, number 1 is off.
Good foul.
Yep.
North needs to get the ball up in a hurry and find the shooter, Urquhart.
Inside the Lemon. His shot is stopped by Shippers, and Kingston coming away with it. 2:40 left to go. Back to KT. They can take some time off the clock here. Oh, he finds Shippers down low. And it won't go down, but Kingston coming away with it. English. Oh, nice touch pass by Connor going into Shippers.
That's a very smart pass. Number 4, Connor Wall.
And the Shippers was open.
Yes.
Connor with it now.
Kingston's going to take their time now. They got 23 seconds on the shot clock. They're not in a hurry now.
Yeah, they certainly shouldn't be. Carlton in the game for Coach Conley. And with 5 seconds, the long outsider is off, but Kingston with a board, put down by English, and a trip to the free throw line.
Long 3-point shot from about 25 feet. There was 2 rebounders for North underneath on that shot. When that ball goes up from that long, you've got to box out to get those rebounds, especially now.
Well, of course, Kingston is, anybody would be missing Sam Byers on their team, graduate, and one of my all-time favorite players, Lucas Mays. I thought Lucas played great last year, really helped the Kingston cause.
They were a joy to watch and ref. I just really enjoyed reffing those kids. Great attitudes.
Inner English up at the free throw line. And it's a 70-53 lead here with 1:48 left to go for the Kingston Buccaneers. Urquhart's shot is off the iron, and it's going to be saved by KT Deem in the corner. English pushes it hard. Man, now they'll come back outside and hopefully take a little time off.
Yeah, they're going to take their time.
Tyler Shuey in the game now for the Buccaneers. And they had KT trapped against the sideline, but he got it away to English. English drives and will get a trip up to the free throw line.
Nice little pump fakes for English. He just did a little dribble drive, slowed down, sped up, and that's hard to defend.
Henry English up at the free throw line. Yeah, we've got 4 out of 5 new players coming in for Kingston.
We've got 4 kids with Kingston all in double figures tonight. And then we have the 5th person, Kyle Hamill, with 9 points. So that's balanced scoring.
English puts the second one down. And the final new player for Kingston coming in, number 3, Wee Chikiti.
One thing North needs to do is finish.
Lemon back to Urquhart. Oh, good move by Urquhart, and he gets it. Thanks mostly to Lemon. It won't go down for North.
2 putbacks by Urquhart. Nice hustle.
Couple good opportunities there, and they couldn't get it down. Under a minute here. Babideau with it, or Rabideau. Down to Shuey. Shuey's long shot's off. Hill with the board for the Vikings. Riley Lindsay's shot comes off the front, and Cole Rabideau, only a freshman out there, bringing it across half court.
As a freshman playing varsity. Some kids never forget that.
Yeah, shot clock is off. It looks like Kingston's going to be happy just to hold it here and finish the game out with a 72-53 win over the North Kitsap Vikings. And that's going to tie these 2 teams up in the Olympic League standings. Well, that was a good contest tonight, especially well played. I thought this was probably, we haven't seen a whole lot of Kingston this year, unfortunately, but this I thought was a very well played game by the Kingston Buccaneers.
One thing about Kingston, as I said this one time before, was their balanced scoring tonight. 4 guys in double figures. The leading scorer tonight was Connor Wall with 16, and these stats are unofficial, but you got 16, 15, 14. That's an amazing balanced score sheet with Kingston.
And that's great to see, especially for postseason coming up here in a couple of weeks. The one thing Kingston may be missing is that big power man, which, as I've seen at least in postseason, the power guy becomes more and more important the deeper you get into playoffs.
One thing they have, though, is Kyle Hammer, the senior defender, who looks like a real player to me. He's so focused on the court, and he's always playing at 100% every time he was out there.
And pretty good scoring for him too.
Yeah, he had actually, you know what, we have 5 guys in double figures. Hamill with 10.
And North Kitsap, they will remember this as they travel up to Kingston here in a few days to take the Buccaneers on once again. For West Sound TV, I'm the doctor, Doc Parr, Kitty Campagna, the producer, and doing everything tonight on the camera, on the microphone, and Dave Ziesmer. Dave, thank you for coming on up here to Paulsbo to do this game with us. We've had a couple of good ones. That game last night at Olympic College, woo-wee. 1-point victory for, unfortunately, not our Kitsap Admirals.
Lots of athletes on that court last night. It was just a pleasure to watch some really, really good basketball. And playing a lot of guys playing above the rim.
Yep. Well, we're going to try to get you some more a bunch of basketball, in fact, in these next couple weeks here before we get to postseason. So be sure and stay tuned. We will see you soon.